Hello, this is Dr. Stephanie. Well, last week this time I did a pop-up unclocking session. A group of people jumped on and they were so excited that they did, but a lot of you didn't jump on, so I was wondering if you were interested in watching a replay. I took a snippet of some of the best parts of it so it won't be too long, but I think after you hear this information, you'll understand why it's important that you book your strategy session, because you don't know what you don't know, and you could be missing out on some really good insight in how to unclock your creative purpose. You ready? All right, let's go to the video. Take care. Be well.
Because the truth is, there is something very special that's happening with us, and we see it as not so great, right? Health issues. We have bone and joint issues. We call it Uncle Arthur. We call it arthritis. We have mood swings and what they call menopausal symptoms. We emotional outbursts, and then we go, oh, I can't believe I said that, right? And we have these moments where we just kind of sit back and silently say to ourselves and go, who the hell am I? And what am I becoming? Because I don't know who I am right now. And you would never say it out loud, would you? But you're thinking it. You're thinking it when you go to the bathroom. You're thinking it when you get in the shower and you're washing your hair and all the bubbles are on your face. And sometimes you might bust out crying and nobody's looking. These are all the things that gives us an indication that there is something knocking at the door of our spirit, telling us that there's something that we need to be doing. The what is elusive, right? The how is imaginary. And the when seems like, I don't know. So everything seems like a mystery in our lives at this point. And because it seems to be a mystery, we find ourselves in this loop, doing only what we know how to do. And what do we know how to do well, ladies? Self-sacrifice on autopilot, which turns into self-sabotage, which turns into mental and emotional instability, because now we're angry with ourselves for giving ourselves away. And then we're pissed off because we're not getting the love back that we give to the degree that we give it. And it's like, I'm giving everybody all of this, 5 principles and 4 insights, right? So let's talk about these 5 principles and 4 insights. And I break it down to this smallest degree and turned it into the unclocking movement, right? We're here because you want to unclock, and you might go, what the hell is unclock? Well, actually, it came out of my genius brain. And I wouldn't say genius brain for me being a genius. It was the only thing I could think of to describe what I was trying to say. Like, what does that mean? It's like we have this biological clock. As we get to this age, it stops ticking. And when it stops ticking, we automatically assume that life goes downhill from here because that's what everybody tells us. But we're secretly yearning to do, be, and have something different than what we're already doing, being, and having, and we don't know how to stop that to get to where we think we want to go beyond where we are. So my idea in my head was, if we unclocked ourselves, meaning disconnect ourselves from the responsibility of our biological clock, knowing that that time is past anyway, what would happen? What would happen if I stopped acting like somebody's mother to grown kids? What would happen if I allowed my grandkids to be parented by their own parents? What would happen if I stopped trying to superimpose myself in every single solitary ministry there was at church? What if I just sat still, took a pause, and asked God, what's next? Like, what do I do from here? All of this, and somebody can't even volunteer to make me a damn sandwich. Like, what the hell, right? It may not be as significant as the sandwich, it's the principle of it. So we get locked in principalities and principles of things. And one of the principles is we can't stop being on auto sacrifice. We don't know how. And when you do, you go, damn, I thought I was going to say no this week. You know, I made it up my mind that I was going to do something for me and I wasn't going to do nothing else. And before you know it, your whole agenda is filled up with what you have to do, what you must do, what you should do for someone else, somebody else. And so then you wonder, why am I crazy? Why am I feeling depressed? Why am I self-sabotaging and procrastinating? Why don't I have the energy that I need to be what I used to be? And so then we start, getting down on ourselves because we're mad at ourselves now that we can't do the stuff that we used to do that we thought we should be able to do. And you think that if you go back to doing that, then your life today is going to be better so you can be happier. And all of it fails. All of it fails. So let's talk about why it fails.
I would say a session as such as this is very important to us women because we lose ourselves so often in relationships, in life, in trust, in mistrust, in betrayal, in traumas. And we don't know how to actually get back to ourselves. We lose a part of ourselves in every painful situation. And if you're not in a relationship with someone or in communication or someone who can feel your heart or know how to tap into the heart of you, it's a possibility that you could lose yourself or even lose your life. Mm-hmm. So when the moment comes, it's a moment to seize it. Mm-hmm. A moment for life or death. Oh, yes. It's very important. It's very important for you to evolve to where you were supposed to be, who you're supposed to be. Everybody was born with a purpose. Sometimes we need a push to help us to get to that purpose. And God put people in positions to help us do that. So I do believe that this is a program that would help us get to where we need to go or where you need to go. And then your legacies to go. It's time to unclock, ladies. So get your strategy.
What I got out of I had an unclocking session with Dr. Stephanie, and it helped me to see myself it helped me to change my mind about myself. It's time to unclock, ladies.
Perfect. Thank you.
That little bit of time, and it was just wonderful to hear somebody relating to what I'm actually going through. So it just helps a whole lot. So thank you so much, Dr. Stephanie. I just say I feel like the cloud is not there no more that was over my head, hovering everywhere I went. I don't feel like that now. I feel hopeful, and I feel good. I know that I just feel good. I didn't feel like this before. I felt hopeless at first, but I don't feel like that now. So I just thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
And I'm gonna make sure I spread this, just tell everybody. Now my joy is filled. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. And have a great day too.